I'd like to say thank you to those who organized this event today for this march, this rally, and I want to say thank you to all of you also for being here today to march, to make your voices heard against this war in Afghanistan. Thank you. I know that many of you have been speaking out against this war since the beginning, for 10 years now. That is inspiring. And also, I imagine sometimes it is frustrating, especially as we recognize that it's been 10 years that this war has been going on in Afghanistan. A few weeks ago at Holy Trinity Lutheran Church, where I serve, a member of our congregation offered a prayer during worship. He said, "Oh God, as we look ahead now to this 10-year anniversary of war, we are weary. We are weary of hearing the reports of the lives lost in this war, the tens of thousands of lives lost. We are weary of hearing about how much money is being spent on this war by our government. Billions of dollars that could have been spent on education and health care and services for the poor and building justice in our world. We are weary then of calling our legislators, of trying to make our voices heard, to urge our policymakers to change direction through emails and letters and phone calls and without much answer. And God, do something in this country, change this world, end this war." I've been living with that prayer now for the last few weeks, and I can say too that I feel weary sometimes as I look at the confirmation students in my classes, middle school kids who now I know quite literally have not known a time in their lives when we have not been at war in Afghanistan. I do feel sad, I feel weary, and yet I also cannot deny the burning conviction I have that I feel that this war is wrong. I cannot deny the strong belief I have that as a child of God, that those who are bearing the burden of this war in this country and in other countries are my sisters and brothers. And I cannot deny the hope that I still feel even in those times of weariness. I know that you feel that hope as well. I see it in you, and I want to say thank you for that hope. And not only that, but thank you for the way you inspire hope in others. What you do matters, and the rallies, the marching, the calling of your legislators, it matters. And it's only through this kind of action that we will make a difference, that we will bring about that day when this country will recognize the senselessness of this war, and further, that day that I believe, as the prophet Isaiah says, when all nations will lay down their swords and study war no more. Thank you. What you do matters.